Ungmennafélagið, and welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman. As you may remember, I know it's been a long time since we played this series. It was yesterday. We left Merani, Tiblisi, second in the top division in Georgia, made it into Europe. We did a fantastic job with them, but we did say we were leaving. And man of my word, I left. I quit on the 31st of December. As you can see, it's the 14th of May 2022. So it's been almost five whole months since we left Georgia. We're still living in the nice little apartment. Because, where else was I going to live? But we had a long time trying to find a new job. It was the 30th of April when I signed the contract. I did say I'd take over at said club once their season finished. The season is finished now. I think it's either tomorrow or the day after that we take the new job. So leave a comment down below and because I'm not sure which date I came back on the 14th, because I know it's the 15th or the 16th. So leave a comment down below. Where do you think we've gone? Not necessarily club, but maybe just country. What country do you think we've taken over at? IntoRowZ are looking for managers, or a manager. Can't have more than one manager. What I will say is there's been plenty of jobs that I looked at and I was very interested in, but they were pretty much sunk ships. So there was a job in Czech Republic and Slovakia. Okay, so it's not the 15th we're getting the job. Must be tomorrow. Where the club was either in serious relegation issues with no league below it. So if I had taken that job, it would have been the same as our time in Iceland, where I would have come in. I think most of the teams had 5 or 6 games left, and it would have basically just been, when relegation was guaranteed, we would have been sacked. I don't want more than one relegation on my CV. The fact we already have one is disappointing. So the Czech job and the Slovakian job both had to be put aside. They were both 2.5-star reputation, which was quite sad. We did get offered many interviews, but it was quite the opposite of last time. We weren't being offered any jobs higher than that would have been a nice job to take. Have they been relegated? No, finished 6th. And they sacked their manager. What? Poor league position. You finished 6th in the 2nd division in Hungary. What? What we will do is, because we're going to be joining our new club in but a moment, and you're not going to be able to see it on this screen, because I had to go to FM's original, the wrong one, normal skin, to see when I took over. So I had no idea. So you're not going to be able to tell by looking at it. Merani are sitting 7th at the moment. So they're not doing as well since I left, which is, it's kind of nice. Who's actually been scoring their goals? They've been playing a 4-4-2. Kornev and Kulishenko. And okay, it's all Ukrainians. Ukrainian madness. Barriero's picked up a knock. Are you that guy? I sent you out on loan last year. He looked like a good prospect, and he's actually playing. Interesting. Who they lost against Torpedo in the last game? Shaptava. Not even a real player. Kandalaki's playing. Terra. Kovalenko. Jerome Benyam Williams is actually playing football games. Interesting. Shaptava. They loaned in 2 wingers as well, which I found quite interesting. Last year we played with no wingers. This year they loaned 2 in from Dinamo Tiblisi. I don't see why you needed them. And who are you? A winger, attacking midfielder, centre midfielder who's played a lot of games and he's played well. Fair enough. Yeah, they seem to be not having a great time. Europe hasn't come calling for them just yet. They haven't gotten their draw, but I suppose that'll be... I don't actually know when the second Europa League thing starts. So, okay, we were supposed to take the job today. Maybe it's going to happen after this. Maybe we get unveiled at like noon, hopefully. So yeah, if you haven't already, leave a comment down below what country you think we've taken over in. There was 3 jobs in this country that I wanted. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we have actually taken over. We've got a job. Okay, so we are managing Lombard Papa Tirmal, which, as everyone will know, is in Hungary, in the 3rd division in Hungary. Just, you know. Let's have a look. Confirmed today. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 31-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces media for the first time at Pieruts Stadion. He replaces previous manager Jonas Romanek. Players has shuffled the club's backroom staff around. Oh yeah, I got rid of their head physio and brought the physio that they originally had up to head physio. Meanwhile, Zsolt Varade has parted company with the club. Yeah, because he's a terrible physio. Players struggled at Afturelding and was eventually sacked because they got relegated and there wasn't a playable league. And we're now hoping for a better experience upon taking the Lombard Papa Tirmal post. Nothing about my exploits at Merani in Georgia. Nothing to do with oh, he was fantastic there. It is a 1-star reputation club. It is a step back, I will admit. But every other club I wanted. There was plenty of clubs I wanted in Hungary that wouldn't take me. So, So we have to work within the wage budget and finish in the top half in the 3rd division. We do only have a 1-year contract, but it is at quite a nice pay increase. We're on 800 quid a week. Finance wise, we have money in the bank, 50k to spend, and we've almost double when all the contracts are said and done. We could spend more than double what we are currently spending on players. Where did we end up finishing in the league? Finished 11th. I took this job because they were guaranteed not to get relegated. One club I did apply for was Gyuri, because last year in FM19 a lot of their players made it into my Hungary team when I was doing Hungary for Success. They decided not to take me, and instead they took this guy, Sanjiao. But to be fair, he is only a 1-star reputation. He's Continental Pro license, but he has many numbers that we don't have. I think our highest is 8. So, is it 8? Yeah. Motivating of 8. Other than that, we're a pretty shit manager. And we've dropped to 15% instead of 20. So we've 3/4 of a star now rather than a full star. I also said I wanted a senior affiliate, and they've decided to do that. This is delightful. That's just the same as it was last time. Players in their final year of their contract. I need to have a look and see if we have. Don't need a tactics induction. Do we have a director of football? We do not. We have a chief scout, who's not very good. Okay. assistant manager, or top 8 and assistant manager, goalkeeping coach, pretty third. And this is the guy I brought up because his physio was 12. The original head physio at the club was god awful. He was so bad. So we obviously don't have a fixture list for next season just yet. We did end the season with a win, which is nice. Do we have? I know we don't have any current internationals for Hungary anyway. Have any of our players ever played? No. None of our players have ever made a single appearance for Hungary in any way, shape, or form. Fantastic. Do we have much in the way of an under-19s? We have not a huge. We have a big under-19 squad. And our youth intake is in March. So we've just missed the youth intake. So we have to wait till next March. Okay. Right. What we're going to do is we will be back when I've had a look at when I got staff in, basically. We're going to jump ahead to when we get a new director. We'll probably just come back at the end of the transfer window when the season starts. Just wanted to let you know we've got a new job. We're managing in Hungary. See if we can try and get a. That's how you do it, Merani. That's how you do it. You just walk straight in and say, "There you go. Here's a job or a coaching badge. Away with you. Happy days. Enjoy." Yeah, like I said, we'll be back when the season starts. Definitely gonna have to get some staff in. So I need to get a director of football at some point. Because obviously without a director of football, we can't do anything. We need an assistant manager and a director of football and a head of youth development. And we need all that stuff. And a director of football is one that makes all those decisions. But yeah, back in a second. It's going to be a second for you, but it's going to be a little while for me. Because I might bring it back at some point, like intermittently. We might do like a transfer special type thing. Where when a director of football comes in, we kind of like sprinkle about the transfers. I'll bring in Annie. Yeah, I'll bring you back at some point. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. All right, fellas. Here we are for the first game of the season against THSE Spadikotko. Oh, that's not even remotely close. That's a terrible name. I don't know how to pronounce that. So we've done transfers. We've brought in staff. Everything's looking pretty good. The board want us to get top half. There is 3 professional teams in this division. They are VAC and 2 others. Cespel. Nope, they're not. Who are the other 2? I know VAC are professional. And they're expected to finish second. So when we play them, it's going to be interesting. I don't know the other 2, to be fair. I know VAC because I know them as an actual football team. So that's interesting. But like I said, we're expected to get a top half finish. The media expect us to win. They think we have the best chance of winning this entire division. We're playing against the team that are expected to finish bottom today. Well, they're not expected to finish bottom today, but they're expected to finish bottom in the league. So it should be an easy enough game. They have a lot of non-contract players. And a bunch of under-21s. They hardly have any. They have a lot of people under-19s. Obviously not very good players. But yeah. Somehow we're expected to finish top. One of probably our best centre back is the best right back in the league. So I find that interesting. He is only 23 and he's done pretty well in the friendlies we had. This team are above us in divisions. And we beat them. Quite convincingly. 3-1. It was. delightful. But yeah, like I said, won every one of our games. Only conceded 2 goals. Defensively, I think we're quite good. We're strong favourites for today, and we're expected to win the league. So everything is looking good. We've had a bunch. We got an affiliate team, but not the one we wanted. We got a lower affiliate team. So 3 of our players look like they're going out on loan to them. The director of football decided to sign a player that I had on my shortlist that I didn't remember putting there. You might remember him. Played for us at Merani. Before he went on loan to Ivira. He's now playing at Varkatili. They don't reckon he's very good, but the director of football came in straight away, looked at my shortlist, decided to bring him. David Hudak, the director of football, offered him a contract. The manager's like, no, you're great, thanks. So that wasn't ideal. We were getting rejected by players who can play in the division just above where we are. We also have this centre-back that he's trying to bring in, who looks... He's 16 tackling, 17 natural fitness. This guy could be an absolute baller. So he's playing for the Pukash Academy second team. It would be nice if we actually did get him, because he is. He looks fairly fruity. You can see as well, not spent a whole lot of our transfer budget. We have a lot of wage budget left over. And I think 4 weeks of the transfer window left. So Tomas Gaspar was going to be our backup right back. Gone out on loan to a team in the division below us. Gone to UTE. UTE Lab Diarago Academica. So hopefully he gets first team football while he's out there. Imre Lang is a goalkeeper. He's pretty shit. He's off to Beled on loan as well. But who have we brought in? Well, we brought in Peter Puskas. He had 18 natural fitness, 14 first touch, 14 technique, 14 teamwork. This guy is going to be our playmaker. He looks quite good. Came in from Dorog. Then we signed Zazler Kalman, who is a Romanian-Hungarian winger. Spent a lot of his career in Hungary. Was out in Romania's second division. And he's come to us. Looks like an absolute banging right back. It's 11 crossing. You know, it's what you want from a winger. Just above double figures. He looks fine. Like, he's got good free kick taking, good acceleration. He'll run past people. And like one of his player traits, knock ball past opponent. I can't wait to see what he can do. Then another player came from Dorog. He's a striker. Zatmari. Not the best finishing. Claims he's a poacher. Not so sure. Think he's playing up front today. I'll have to check. I literally just picked this team. I don't remember. Our assistant reckons he's the best striker at the club. We'll wait and see. Decent composure. All round. He's an okay player. His long throws are terrible, so we won't be having him on throws. His positioning is shocking. Then we brought in Tibor Tar, who is a goalkeeper. The board and the fans were delighted when this guy came in. When I saw how old he was, I was like, maybe not. But like his reflexes, his kicking, his aerial reach, they're all quite good. He's 6'1", so, you know, not too short. Good decisions, quite a nicely aggressive goalkeeper. Yeah. And then Nandor Tamash from, as we were saying, there's another one of the players coming from Pushkash Academy. He's a winger, and definitely solves our left winger issue. We had a 16-year-old who was going to be starting there. Now we don't have to start him. We have a 21-year-old Romanian again. Didn't realise he was Romanian. We have a Romanian-Hungarian. So it'd be interesting to see which nation he wants to be a part of when he becomes a world famous player, because he's with us. Obviously he's going to. This guy's crossing isn't as good, so it's kind of good that he's an inverted winger. I would nearly prefer to play him as an inside forward, but I'm going to try him as an inverted winger first. I'm going to try and mould him into Thomas Lemaire. If you haven't watched my beta series, have a look at that, because that's That's what we did with Thomas Lemar. He was an attacking midfielder that we made an inverted winger on the left, and he scored 40 goals in a single season, if I remember correctly. He was amazing. Hopefully this guy can do something. I know he didn't score at all last season in this division. I'm hoping that we can fix that. That's all we've done so far. We have released a bunch of players. They're not coming up here. I don't know why. None of them were the players we released. There was 7 or 8 players that got released during the off season. They're just not showing up. So just leave it at that. But this is how we're going to be lining up today. We have Tara in goal. Opaziecki. He's on loan from Bodafok. It's a 2-year loan spell, so I think he's... Is it a 2? No. He was here last year. He's just hanging around for another year. Fair enough. He's starting on the right. Vince, who is a left back, had a lot of interest in him. Seems to have all disappeared, which is quite good. He's basically our only left back. Takash, who I showed you already, is the best right back in the league. He's our best centre back, without a doubt. Then we have Marcis, who is a very aggressive player on a non-contract, so he could leave at any time. Very good heading, marking and tackling. I think this guy is a beast for the level we're at. Then we have Dobos ahead of him. He's not going to be our main defensive midfielder, but he's the one we're playing with today because our main defensive midfielder is injured. Pataki. This guy looks decent. We'll see how he gets on. We're training him to be a centre back because I want him to take this position but be a ball playing centre back. I've already looked at Pushkash. Horvat, we're going to play him as a Mazzella. He's a good all round player, but he's not amazing. We don't really have that many good centre midfielders. Kalman and Tamash you've already looked at, and is that Mari? Yeah, you already saw him as well. The ball winning midfielder, or the defensive midfielder, this is the Pataki. He looks decent. 19. Want him to become something special, which would be ideal. Don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. We have a lot of players that are like 16, 17 in the team because I want to give them an opportunity at some point during the year. But you can see there's limitations down here as well. Like we have to have 4 players under 21 in the squad. We have 5. 2 of them have to be on the pitch. Or is it just... Yeah, 2 of them have to be on the pitch at all times. We have 3. So we're making life a little bit easier for ourselves. We do have, like I said, some players on non-contract. Like our backup goalkeeper. One of our backup centre-backs. One of our backup strikers. Kenya is going to be a backup winger / striker, so it's handy to have him on the bench. Other than that, I don't think there's anyone that's overly important on non-contract. Turkish wants to leave because he was stripped of captaincy, but he wasn't actually captain. I think he's pissed that he didn't get the vice captain role and I gave it to someone else. So I'm just hoping that he does actually leave. So that's quite a long intro for our first game of the season. We are playing against a team who are basically have an entire team making their debut today. Bar the goalkeeper and their captain. So they're not looking in the best of... their team cohesion will be pretty shit. Team cohesion, dressing room atmosphere and managerial support are all pretty good. Hierarchy, how many people like me? 2 like me. 2 new guys who came in. 31 players. Could not give a flying dick about me. But we'll see. Our entire front 3 are making their debuts. Goalkeeper and one of our central midfielders. All on the debutant list for today. So we are just going to say, we should win this one fairly comfortably. You don't care. Okay, passionately. Got rid of it. Okay, goalkeeper's happy. And 1 midfielder and nobody. Okay, so passion isn't going to work with this team by the looks of it. But we do have an advantage of the fact that they're tipped to be the worst team in the league. And we've made some pretty good signings. There I am wearing my yellow suit. looking pretty snazzy. Puskás, Tamás. Oh, on his debut, it's gone in. I haven't seen that happen before. Normally, when a keeper gets a hand to it, they kind of like push it away. Not this time. Not this time. Puskás, Tamás on his debut, cuts inside, and the keeper flapped at it. Yeah, just fix this here so we can get everyone on the screen. VAC is probably the best team in this division, so the fact that they're expected to finish second is curious, and Tamás just puts it wide. Doubles. Do we have a defensive midfielder on? Takash can play there. Puskás can play there. What if? Hear me out. What if we just go with an attack midfielder? You're not really an attack midfielder. Yeah, you'll do. Or bring on Kanya, make him the advance forward, and let Zamartzi run around as a poacher, because that's what he wants to do. So why not? Kanya whips it out to Tamás, dinks it across, the ball that instantly stopped. What a tackle by the left back. Vince. Their keeper is definitely going to lose the ball. And Norbert Kanya with the goal. Does Kanya start the next game? Well, we'll have to wait and see if whatever the striker, I can't remember the strike. Zamartzi, if he doesn't score in this game, I think Kanya starts. Our midfield is built to have a DM behind them. So the fact that they don't have a DM right now is a little worrying, but at the same time, I don't think we have to worry that much. This is a pretty shit team we're playing against. Give them a bit of creativity. Half an hour in. Only, was it Tamás? Seemed to be interested. Horvat. Puskás. Vincenze. Kalman. Oh, another debutant with a goal. Right winger. Who, during the transfer window, I did consider training him to be an inverted winger on the left. Because he is right only, but his crossing is good. If he can do that, maybe I just teach him to be a left winger, because he's not terrible. He is definitely not terrible. There was one player I looked at. There was one player in our team that is a striker, but I wouldn't say he's a striker. He's more a winger. So I've been teaching him to be an inside forward on the right. Tamás with his second. The keeper punched it. How tall is their keeper? Because he looks quite short. Am I height shaming? He's 6'2". Okay, so he just flapped at that for no real reason. Not been a whole lot of goals so far. We've scored 4. I'm going to assertively tell him not to get complacent. We could, in theory, rest players. We are semi-professionals. We don't train every day, so it's not that bad. Yeah, this is a nice way to start your career at a new club. You know, smashing the worst team in the league when you're expected to win it. I honestly don't know how this team is expected to be the best in the division, because we originally, like last season before I joined, the team was I haven't done set pieces. At best, this team was expected to finish like mid-table. So the fact that they're looking at it now and going, okay, well, you made 4 transfers, you're going to be the best team in the league. And Tamás, debut hat-trick. If he keeps playing like this, then is it Puskás Academica is his parent club? Yeah, they might come back and go, here, we'll take him into the first team. He looks like he's a fruity little player. That is only the keeper is having a a poor game. And I don't even know would you say it's a poor game. He's just not had to do a whole lot. We will take him off, however, because he is tired. And we move Kanya back there, make him an inside forward. What do you want to do? You want to be a poacher as well. So I'm just going to make you a poacher. Zatmari can be the advance forward. Who else is tired? Nobody's overly tired, which is nice. I'm going to take Vincenze off and bring on Elber to be the left back. I want to say he's our backup left back. He wouldn't be a backup if we had more than just him, really. We have one other left back, but he's not very good either. But that was a fantastic 5-0 win on the opening day of the season. I actually haven't checked to see how many substitutions we could have made. Pretty sure it's only going to be 3. But yeah, end of the first game, we are 5-0 winners, top of the league, and we might get an even better centre-back coming in, which would be delightful. Lipot, you're also, I was going to say maybe they're the other professional team. They're not, no. It's because they beat Mako 3-0. We're also semi-professional. So, I think so far we've made a good decision. He's out for 2 months. Oh no. Kalman scores on Hungarian comeback. Yeah. Tamas, you were quite good. This guy. Oh. Has that changed? No, people are still only kind of like, you're fine. So, let's have a look. When are we going to come back? Do we come back for the cup? Or do we come back for a league? I think we come back for Lipot and Kirult. And that gives us, that's only 4 league games. Yeah, we come back for Kirult and the league, the cup game. Because I want to see how far we can get in the cup. Because I don't know actually what's expected of us in the cup. 3rd round. Interesting. So in theory, we're going to get an easy team in the first round. Interesting. But yeah. I can't believe I knew the difference in what the board or the media are expecting was us to win the league and then to be bottom. I didn't think it was that much of a difference because we're only 5-1, they're 45-1. So it's not as if it's like, 700-1 that we're going to win the league. Or 700-1. But it's not like we're guaranteed to win the league and they're like 700,000 million to 1 to win the league. There's only a 40 difference in it. So, I don't know. It's interesting. That's the other professional team along with Skivard. No, they're not. Ashka? Okay. Originally, 2nd and 3rd were the ones. Okay, it's Kegledi. They're the ones. Vac and Kegledi are 2 of the professional teams. That was, and the Snakalocker, the recently relegated team that are expected to finish 9th. But yeah, the best goalkeeper in the league is playing for a team that they're expecting to finish 15th. Interesting. So we're going to come back, like I said, for the Kirult and Cup game. See how we get on. That'll give us a little bit of time to bet ourselves into the season. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, commenting and subscribing for the first episode of Club 3, that will be fantastic. Thank you very much. Next episode, we're possibly going to look at houses because the traveling from Georgia to Hungary, pretty long commute, I would imagine. So leave a like, comment who you think is going to be our best player, which one of those players we signed on in the transfer. It's 5 players. Sorry, we signed 5 players. Who you think is going to be the best player, Seeing as how Nandor Tamas came in, and 2 days after he arrived, scored a hat-trick. That might lean more towards him being the best player. We shall see. Yeah, like I said, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!